will have your starting lineup. And here are the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Rebels. Batting first and playing center field, number 4, Austin Bond. Batting second, playing shortstop, number 24, Marcus Williams. Batting third base, number 22, Chase Curry. Batting cleanup, first baseman, number 45, Corey Williams. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 7, Austin Hale. Batting sixth, the DH, number 15, Drew Priest. The DH for the pitcher, number 23, Chris Griffith. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 10, James Seto. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 5, Jeffrey Leonard. And batting ninth, the right fielder, Andrew Noah. The Rebels are coached by Andrew Richardson. And now for the Cherokee Chiefs. Leading off will be the DH, number 7, Dylan Johnson. The DH for the right fielder, number 4, Carter Mobuck. Batting second will be the shortstop, number 12, Ethan Carter. Batting third, the second baseman, number 9, Nick Collins. Batting cleanup, the center fielder, number 6, Jacob Singer. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 11, Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 8, Ryan Morgan. Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 25, Ethan Bledsoe. Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 10, Jesse Gordy. And batting ninth will be the pitcher, number 15, Bryson Shipley. We just want to have the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. And gentlemen, move your hat. Direct your gaze to the left center field wall as we have the national anthem.
Have a day, big boy. Hey, what's up? What's up, Heath? Busy day? What's up, JT? Hey, I feel like these live TVs are like that. Well, it's pulled over and guys are talking beyond. He's on the highway. He's in our hood, but it's close.
We're ready for baseball. Leading off for the Rebels, center fielder number 4, Austin Munn.
Hey, never know. Hey, hands. Good. Come on, D-Rock. Hey, expect the baseball all day. Expect it. Good. Hey, Jay. That boy wants 5 out of kid. Hey, forward a little bit. Hunter! Hey, man! Hey, man!
Up next for the Rebels is shortstop number 24, Marcus Williams.
Hey, read hands normal. Yes, tuck if you go. Yes, right there, Jeff. Hey, gotta be popping, Tuck. Gotta be popping. Good. Hey, hopping off the mount, Bron. Let it work, you one, Bob. Hey, hold back to you, bro. Mark, somebody. Hey, Jake. Hey, work down the mound on that. Come on. Hopping off, let's go. Come on, kid. Good. Nice. Hey, little miss right there, little miss. We'll get it. We'll get it. Hey, you stay consistent. We'll get it. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, kid. You learn control. All right, go at him. Come on out. Hey, trust your D right here. Don't make a play for you. Hey, expect your Nick D. Right here. Give it up. Good job. Good job.
That's close to solo stop, third baseman number 22, Chase
Good. Outfield, do your cut. Jake. Oh. Come on, Ron. Bring it on. You're good. You're good. Carter! That's good, bro. Go, Bronson, count screen, baby. Sorry, kid. You hit it. You got it. Go. Boy, baby, nice job. Play, Jess. Play, Jess. That hand cut. Hey, great job. Good pitch there, Bruin. Hey, let's go now. Right here. Hey, get your ground ball.
First hey, Corey Williams.
We got time here. Make sure the first one. Hey.
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, Rod, give a little. Hey, come up firing here through your cut. Come on, Bob. Push it. Good, Rod. Good boy. Come on.
Good job, kid.
Expect the baseball, Jess. Some backhand step across. You got time? Forehand, let's roll with Nikki. Stay down on it.
Be smooth, middle.
Diving bodies infield.
Come on, good spot right here. Come on with 5.
Up. Easy.
Come on, Nick.
Come on now. Hey. I have that one. Come on, baby. You wall. Yeah.
Let him know.
Hit it. No.
Hey, let him know before the pitch when you want. Hey, Brother Derek.
Hey, Super.
That's plate, left fielder, number 7.
Hey, roll it, middle. We got time. Okay, bro. Good. I'm feeling it. Good.
Hey, boy, back to you, Bronson. You're back on here. Hey, not fine.
Go.
Finish that.
Okay.
Hey, finish that. Bring it off, 1-5. Hey, trust the D right here. Let's go. No surprises. Come on. Still through the cut. We don't want too many. Through the cut.
Come on now. Fine.
All right. Come on, bro. Battle, buddy. We'll pitch away. Good boy, Braun. Work hard back there, Tough. Work hard back there. Hey, get off the mound, kid. Know what you do when it comes back to Braun? You and Tough.
Hey. Over here, bro. Hey.
Oh! Boy, get it in! Atta boy, Bronx, let's go! Come on, B-Rod! Come on, bro, get that in, kid! One more right here, let's go! Hey, get behind me, guys. Hey, get right here. Let's go, Bronson. Get behind me. Hey, give me a little bit, Rod.
That's the play for Sullivan South, the DH number 15.
Hey, give me a little bit, Gabe! Come on, bro. Come on, kid. Come on, B-Rod! Teamwork. Get to the back, kid! Hey, so what? Hey.
Next for the Rebels, catcher number 10, James
Step
Beto.
off. Hey, look at me. Jace, not so much. Let's go straight up, Jace, not so much.
Second baseman number 5, Jeffrey Leonard.
Come on, Jace!
Let's go. Go. Hey, all right, look. Let's score to win, right? We got to score to win. Let's go now. Come on.
Hey, don't panic. When that happens, don't panic. Get the ball before you get over it.
Hey, so what? We got to score to win, right? We got to score to win. Let's go. Come on.
Hey, you got
Team
some
out
red
for the
weight?
Chiefs, DH number 7, Dylan Johnson.
So, Dylan, I'm not good. Have a day, baby. Have a day. Come on, Dad. Come on, Dale.
Up next for the Chiefs, shortstop number 12, Ethan Crowder.
One more two, let's go easy. Go, kid, let's go easy. Go 1-2.
Up next for the Chiefs, second baseman number 9, Nick Collins.
Go, Nicky, right here. Yeah, you ready? Here we go. Boy, get down there. Okay, let's go.
Up next for the Chiefs, your cleanup hitter, center fielder number 6, Japheth.
Go, Jake. You ready for it, Jake? Come up on that street, go, Jake. You got to get down, baby. Come on. You ready for it? Ready for it? Ready. Oh, leave it up there, kid. Come on. Just go, kid. Now let's get this speed up. Speed up. Come on, Jabe. Take it out. Good boy. Good boy. Back.
Base swipe for number 9, Nick Collins.
Jabe. Keep going. Stay inside of me. Use the whole field. Come on, Steve. Let it travel. Get up, Jake. Hung up, buddy. Come on, Steve. Get that kid. All right, now let's have a quick one, bro. Come on, Buck.
Leading off the right fielder number 8, Andrew Noah.
Have a quick one here, B-Rock. Oh, my God. Come on, bro. Good boy. Boy, where to hang? Throw that, baby. Throw it. Okay, bud. Yo, one. Let's take you that way, bro. Jay!
He's got change. You can't do that. Up next for the Rebels, center fielder number 4, Austin Mond.
Down, 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 down. In the pants, B-Rock. Boys, kid. Sorry, kid. Come on now. Yes, boy. You want back there, touch? Hey, boy.
Stop, what was it? Up next for Sullivan South, shortstop number 24, Marcus Williams.
Come on, get in. Nice. We got 2 out. Let's go.
Third baseman number 22, Chase Bowers.
Chase. That's good. Hey, no squibber you last time. That's the catch. Stay in front of him. Hey, be ready, Ron. Ron, a little bit. Good score. Sorry, kid. Go ahead. Spot. Okay. Come right here. Now what about? One down. What? Hey, little lights up here, let's go! Set baseball! There you go, come on. You good? Hey, give yourself. Team button. Even more.
For the Rebels, lineup at first baseman.
Hey, no, you got time, got to sprint though. Okay, hey, Field, you got to sprint. You'll be moving pretty quick right there. Oh! Stay down. Okay, Brown, right here, kid. Good. Hey, boy, good. Stay there. Hey, you can't get hurt down there, B-Ron. Stay down there. Come on. Be a wall. Come on, out there. Kid. Come right there. Eat it. I gotta be better with that one too, bro.
Up next for the Rebels, left fielder number 7, Austin Hale.
Hey, Jesse, your way last time down the line. Come on, bro. Hey, take a deep breath here, relax. Let's go, stay down here, okay? Do what you do. Come on, Buck. Hey, we're okay. We got an easy one now. Let's go.
At the plate, the DH, number 15, Drew Creech.
Come on now, bro. Come on, bro. There you go. Come on, 5. Oh, boy. Hey, be covering, kid. You all tuck. Over here, kid. Hold on. Come on. You got to break it down, B-Rock. You ready, Chris? Hey, boy! Come on! Get in there! Go! We're all right. Go! Give me an ankle. Hit the thing, ball. Hey, listen, hitters. We gotta sit back, right? We gotta sit back. Okay? We're out in front of everything. Hey, listen to me. We gotta sit back. He's not going to go by. No, he's not. Hey, he's not going to go by. We've got to sit back. Yeah, they're like a
Catcher number 11, Tucker Owen.
Down top of it. Ran through it. Yes, now.
Up next for the Chiefs, left fielder number 8, Brian Morgan.
Come on, Rock.
Go right on that.
Come on now, hey. Hey, keep it down there, kid. Come on. Come on, man.
Come on, you get even now.
Come on, Rock.
Come on.
Hey.
Let's go here, hey, on that kid.
Go on,
That
kid.
kid.
Come on, hey. Hey, boy, get it up there.
Good job.
Good job.
Let's go, right here. Come on.
Start it right here. Start it. Come on, E. Come on, hit that kid. Come on.
At the plate for Cherokee, first baseman number 25, Ethan Bledsoe. Up next for the Chiefs, third baseman number 10, Jesse Forgety.
Get there, Jess! Oh, yeah, Jess!
From the USAID Drug Center. To the pharmacists and staff at the USAID Drug Center, your health is our #1 concern. You need a prescription filled or need some help picking out an over-the-counter medication? Our knowledgeable and caring staff is here to help. Stop by and visit us today at the USAID Drug Center, Highway 66 Plaza, Rogersville, 272-6408, and on the web, USAIDPHCY.com. Make the most of your dreams at Civis Bank with personal and business banking and exceptional customer service. At Civis Bank, we are building our strengths and growing to better serve you, investing in technology with anywhere, anytime banking access. Locally owned and operated, serving our communities since 1906. Visit Civis Bank in Rogersville, Churchill, and Squeedville, or online at civisbank.com. That's CIVIS Bank.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Sullivan South on top of Cherokee 3-0 as we start the top half of the third inning. James Seto, the junior catcher, is up. He'll foul off the first pitch off the helmet of catcher Tucker Owen for strike one. It is 0-1 to Seto. The next pitch is low for ball one. 1-1 to Seto, who was hit by a pitch his first time. No official at bat yet. Here's Bronson Shipley with a 1-1. Swung on and fouled off again as you see him getting back to getting that breaking ball into that strike zone, and it's 1-2 to James Seto. The USA Drug Center running line scores. We're now in the top half of the third. Has Sullivan South with 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, no runs, no hits, 1 error on Cherokee. Here is the 1-2 pitch to James Seto as Shipley. That straight up classic delivery issues the 1-2. Swung on and just protecting the plate that time on a high curve, breaking away from him, stepping into it and fouling it back to hang in there is the junior catcher. And it's 1-2 still to James Seto. 1-2 is the count, and here is Bronson Shipley, the right-handed senior, with the 1-2. This one's outside and to the right of the batter's box and blocked by Tucker Owen. The count is now 2-2 to Seto. Cherokee wearing the throwback uniforms tonight, the striped uniforms with the stripes of white and blue, with CHS in the middle of the stripe. Shirts are red with the background. The next pitch is swung on, popped up, out into left center field. In the routine left center field gap, moving over is Ryan Morgan. As he moves over to his left, he'll make the catch on the routine fly by Seto. He is retired for the first time on the catch by Ryan Morgan. 1 down in the inning. She's wearing the white pants.
Up next for the Rebels, second baseman.
Come on, good. Hey, go, bro.
4-1, and here's pitch number 1. This pitch will be a curveball breaking outside and low for ball 1. It's 1-0. South with their very familiar light baby blue uniforms, shirts, and pants with the white numerals. And here comes the 1-0 pitch from Bronson Shipley to Jeffrey Leonard, who is the second baseman. Pitch will be outside for ball 2. 2-0 to Leonard. South has 3 runs on the board here in the early going, but the Chiefs have stranded 6 runners in the first 2 innings. Here comes the 2-0 to Leonard. Fastball strike, just mixing in the fastball after the diet of breaking balls and curves. That one down the middle and popping into the glove low to Tucker Owen. It's 2-1 to Jeffrey Leonard. Shipley putting the glove up to the mouth as he starts his delivery. 2-1 pitch is swung on, fouled off on the waist-high fastball as he's mixing in that fastball. It's a classic off-balancing act here by Bronson as he tries to settle in here in the third inning. So far, so good. The count is 2 balls and 2 strikes to 1, Jeffrey Leonard. This is Bronson Shipley now issuing the 2-2 to Leonard. Swung on, fouled back off the netted fence. Right behind home plate, right off the top of it as he just went with that breaking ball to stay alive. It is 2 balls and 2 strikes still to Leonard. He's a second baseman, but it's like most of these guys on this South team, they are a very big-looking baseball team. He doesn't look like your classic second baseman. And here is your 2-2 pitch to Leonard. Swung on, pop.
Talk to him! Talk!
He was getting near the South dugout. He was right below the bullpen fence on the run, near the dugout. He was taking charge immediately. He was flying, the big guy, and he made a spectacular catch, going to his knees as the ball came down to get that pop-up. Another spectacular play on defense this year by Cherokee, this time by the first baseman, Ethan Bledsoe. Leonard now 0 for 2 in the ball game after the foul out to the first baseman. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the third. Here's Andrew Noah, who grounded out his first time. He'll show bunt, pull back, pitch up high, ball 1. 1-0 to Noah. Grounded out 1-3 his first time, attempting to get on base with a bunt single. Jesse Forkedy coming in on the charge after that initial bunt was shown. Bronson with a 1-0. Here's another attempted bunt. This will be fouled off to the right. Now to play as it goes off the netted fence down the first base line. It is 1 ball and 1 strike to Andrew Noah. Shipley looking for his first 1-2-3 inning. Getting a spectacular catch in foul territory near the south dugout down the first base line by a diving Ethan Bledsoe. Here is the 1-1 pitch to Noah. 1-1. Swung on and missed for strike 2. That's classic Bronson there, that nasty breaking ball that had him guessing. Did a half swing for the strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Andrew Noah. 1-2 with 2 down in the top of the third. South leading 3-0. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Bronson. The 1-2. This pitch will be up high and outside for ball 2. Count back to even. 2-2 to Andrew Noah. 2-2 is the count. Here's Bronson Shipley. Issuing the 2-2 to Noah. And he and Owen call time there with each other. Is a couple of shake-offs, and now he'll step back on the mound. And here we go. 2-2 from Bronson Shipley. Swung on, lined into left center field for a base hit. Over in left center is J.P.F. Kurtzinger. The Cherokee center fielder will get it back in to the shortstop, Ethan Crowder. A 2-out single. Just reaching down and lining it out into left center. A couple of bounces to the roaming over, J.P.F. Kurtzinger. For Sullivan South, that's their 6th hit of the ball game. Andrew Noah now 1 for 2. This South team can flat out hit the ball. There's no doubt about that. And they're back to the top of the lineup for the third go-around here in the third inning. Here's Andrew Monza to the plate. He has struck out twice, reached base on the strikeout in the first inning on the ball that went to the backstop. Here is your first pitch with a runner going. Pitch called a strike. Throw down by Owen will be to the left side of a second base. Over to grab it over there is Nick Collins, your second baseman tonight. It was a good strong throw by Owen, but it brought him to the left to second. So in for the stolen base is Andrew Noah. First stolen base of the game for Sullivan South. Count 0-1 to Austin Mons. Shipley from the stretch looks at second. 0-1 pitch. Swung on. He'll fake the throw to first. He knew he wasn't going to get him. Then looked at third to see if he could get the runner leaning. Runner held on there. Reaching on the error is a Mons. That will be the second error of this ball game. Mons now 0 for 3 on the ball that just went off his body on the roller out there. And on the charge, and South with runners on at the corners. Able to get 1 run last inning with 2 outs. Try to continue that trend now, and you've got a hot man at the plate. It's Marcus Williams. He has doubled and singled and scored 2 of the 3 Sullivan South runs. 2 for 2 in this ball game. Williams had a pair of hits in their win against Sullivan Central on a Tuesday. He bats left. Here's Shipley with runners on at the corners and 2 outs. Looking over at first, and here is your first pitch. It is swung on, hit hard to second. 1 bounce off of the body of Nick Collins.
Come on, Nick. Let's go. Come on. Good job. Good job. Hey, come here. Everybody, guys.
Clear.
Okay, my friend, we'll go break 9.
All
All right, thanks, bud.
Students and parents who work every day to improve education.
We go to the bottom half of the third inning. Cherokee still down 3-0 to Sullivan South in this non-conference matchup under the lights on the reservation. 9-1 and 2 are up for Cherokee, beginning with Bronson Shipley. His opening at bat in this ball game. The Cherokee senior pitcher will take ball one high from Tristan Griffith. The count is 1 ball and no strikes. Dylan Johnson and Ethan Crowder follow for the Chiefs. The 1-0 is swung on. This ball is looped out in the left. Could be trouble. In comes the left fielder on the run. He can't make the leaning, diving catch. That being Austin Hale, trying to get it going down to one knee and reaching his glove over. Ball off of him. There's your first hit of the game for Cherokee. On the blue, bat into left. Austin Hale with the effort on the run in, but unable to get it on that run, running into shallow left field. Shipley, 1 for 1 in this game with the first hit. Standing on at first. At this point, he'll run for himself. And Cherokee returns to the top of the lineup for the second go-around. Your leadoff hitter tonight is sophomore Dylan Johnson, who's the designated hitter, getting a break tonight from catching. Batting from the right side, stepping in with Shipley, getting a good lead at first. He's an excellent athlete. First pitch is an attempted bunt by Johnson. The pitch is one of the few fastballs we've seen thrown by Griffith. It's a high fastball working away from Johnson. It will be a call to strike at the letters. And the count is no balls and 1 strike to Dylan Johnson. He's checking with head coach Matt Carter at third. And here is your 0-1 pitch, not to be made. Throw over to first. Back in head first is Bronson Shipley. Assistant coach Ryan Tassel is coaching at first for the Chiefs. Here is Dylan Johnson stepping in. Griffith from the stretch. With nobody out and a runner on. Here's the bunt shown by Johnson. He'll pull back and swing. The pitch is swung on a miss for strike 2. As again, you had that sweeping pitch. More speed there thrown upon it by Griffith as he did go with him with the sweeping fastball at him. And the count is no balls and 2 strikes. As you see a little change now in Griffith's style there with the lineup coming up for the second go-around against him. And the 0-2 pitch will be called strike 3. Another sweeping pitch. That probably a curve. Coming letter high, and that will be the second strikeout of the game for Tristan Griffith. Johnson retired via the K and is 0 for 2. Bronson Shipley is now going to step out of this game for his courtesy runner. The courtesy runner will be Bobby Allen. He's a very fast-to-foot freshman.
Courtesy runner for the Chiefs is number 18.
Allen running for the pitcher tonight as the courtesy runner, standing on at first. Here is Ethan Crowder to the plate. Grounded out to first on an unassisted put out by the first baseman his first time. He'll take ball 1 high from Tristan Griffith, with Allen getting his lead at first. Count 1-0 to the Cherokee senior, Ethan Crowder. Batting right, South, of course, with a runner on and 1 out, playing for the double play. Next pitch, fastball up high, ball 2. It's now 2-0. Pickoff play goes to first from Cito to Corey Williams, back in standing. Bobby Allen, no problems there. You see a complete change now in what Griffith is doing. He threw nothing but change-ups and curves or drop balls his first go-around. He's speeding up his pitches here when he comes to his fastball this go-around against the second time in the lineup. And the 2-0 pitch called a strike on the inside corner. Very wide strike zone for this home plate umpire. And the count is 2-1 to Ethan Crowder. 2-1 with Allen getting his lead at first, about 4 steps. 2-1 pitch. There's your drop ball right there. This pitch will break outside and low for ball 3, pinned at the right side of the batter's box by Cito. And the count is 3-1. 3-1 to Crowder, and you've got Nick Collins waiting on deck. Here's your 3-1 to Ethan. He'll take this one all the way for ball 4. And the Chiefs will have them on first and second here in the bottom half of the third inning. Crowder remains 0 for 1. It will be when it comes to the walks in this game, it will be the third walk issued, by Tristan Griffith. So here's Nick Collins. He drew one of those walks and stole a base his first time. The staff ace having a just remarkable year pitching so far. This guy has been hitting it well too. First pitch almost hits him with a breaking ball. This one will stay inside off the corner. Ball 1 as it broke near the knees. 1-0 to Nick Collins. South playing back in the infield. 1-0 pitch low as he went down the middle, as he's slowing them back down. Not going to give Collins a fastball, at least at this point. 2-0 to Nick with a hitter's count. Runners on first and second. Cherokee down 3-0. Griffith from the stretch. 2-0. This fastball gets off of the catcher, but will be called a strike as he hit the middle and above the knees for strike 1. 2-1 to Nick Collins. Bobby Allen on at second. Ethan Crowder on at first. Good speed on the pads. Here's your 2-1. Swung on, driven very deep to left field, but he's out in front, and the ball will land in the left field corner right at the wall. Home run distance that time by Nick Collins as he went with the off-speed pitch and about a half second out in front. All it takes is to be a half second out in front, even if you got the beat on the ball. And, he just missed that one. 2-2 to Nick Collins. Griffith from the stretch, steps back on the mound, checks with his catcher, Cito. Here comes the 2-2 to Nick. Breaking ball high and outside. Definitely outside, but ball 3-2. And the strike zone that we see tonight, no, that was definitely not high. But at any rate, ball 3 through it all. 3-2 to Nick Collins. First and second, one down in the bottom of the third. Payoff pitch. Swung on. This ball is launched to center, but it's right at Austin Mons. Playing him deep, of course, in center. He'll catch the liner, moving one step over to his right. Collins right on the numbers, but right at Austin Mons in a center field, playing him deep. Nick retired for the first time tonight. He's 0 for 1. 2 outs in the inning. Still first and second with no tag up at second by Allen on that liner. And here is J.P.F. Gertzinger 0 for 1 against Griffith after grounding out his first time. Here's your first pitch. Swung on a miss for strike one. Breaking ball that time. Had him over the top as the pitch broke in the middle. Got off of the catcher, Cito, but not far enough for any movement on the base pads. 0-1 to J.P.F. Gertzinger, the cleanup hitter. The 0-1 swung on, hit off the end of the bat. A chopper opposite side to first. Behind the bag, getting it on 2 bounces is Corey Williams. He's up with it cleanly. He'll tag the bag in time to get J.P.F., and that will take care of things in the bottom half of the third. We've played 3 in this non-conference match on the reservation, and the score is Sullivan South 3, Cherokee nothing at the radio voice of the Chiefs. Okay, my man, let's go a break. Is this break 10?
Yes, sir.
All right, thanks, bud.
Or come inside and enjoy the grill over the weekdays 9 to 3 with the best hamburgers, sandwiches, salads, and milkshakes. Drink the old-fashioned way with real ice cream. Plus gifts for all occasions, including Hallmark cards and Russell Silver candy. At your hometown favorite, the Medical Center Pharmacy, 900 West Green Street in Rogersville. Phone 272-8104. After heating and cooling, water heating is typically the largest energy user in your home, and the most efficient systems available are generally gas-fired. In short, this means electric water heating is just downright expensive. Plus, gas water heaters work quicker than electric ones, so they produce more hot water. Hawkins County Gas has an energy-efficient water heater to fit your needs. Visit hcgas.com or stop by one of our 2 convenient locations, 202 Park Boulevard, Rogersville, or 447 West Main Street, Mount Carmel. Natural gas. Hello again, this is Jay Phillips, and for that next haircut, I recommend Danny Jones at DJ's Barbershop on Hatton Street in Rogersville above the post office. Don't take my word for it. Danny Jones and DJ's Barbershop is a multiple award winner of the People's Choice for Best Barber and Barbershop.
We've now played 3 on the reservation this evening, and it's Sullivan South 3, Cherokee nothing as we start the top half of the 4th inning. The Rural Health Services Consortium, Rogersville Medical Complex, updated running line score has Sullivan South with 3 runs on 6 hits, no errors, no runs, now 1 hit, 2 errors on Cherokee. Chiefs getting their first hit by Bronson Shipley in the bottom half of the 3rd. We now start the top half of the 4th inning. Shipley on the hill, the senior right-hander, has thrown a lot of pitches in this one to this point. You've got Chase Bowery at the plate, third place hitter, batting left. First pitch, breaking ball that should be a strike, but not. Ball 1-0. A little low, I guess. 1-0 to Chase Bowery, who's 0 for 1 in the ball game, has reached base on a fielder's choice and has also walked and scored a run. The 1-0 to the third baseman. This pitch will come up high and tight. Break at the waist, getting out of the way of it as it came way in tight is Chase Bowery. And he's got a 2-0 count now to work with against Bronson Shipley. 2-0 is your count. Bronson issuing now the 2-0 pitch. It is swung on, bounced out to first base. One bounce to Ethan Bledsoe out of first. He's playing to the right of the bag, guarding that hole. He'll come up with a clean lead, run to the bag, and retire Bowery on the unassisted putout. Routine grounder takes care of Bowery, and he is now 0 for 2 on the ground out to first. Here's Corey Williams, the cleanup hitter. He's had a big game so far. He's 2 for 2, 2 singles, Second single netted him an RBI. Batting from the right side, he's bulky and has that spread-out stance where he crouches in low at the plate, and he'll swing at the first pitch, launch a grounder at short. It'll get under the legs on a hard roller and bounce to Ethan Crowder. He'll go back and retrieve it, but Williams will reach base. It will be the third error of the game on a Cherokee. Williams hit it hard at Crowder, and it got under the legs on the bounce. Williams now 2 for 3, standing on at first. Austin Hale is now to the plate. He's 0 for 1 in this game. He popped out and was hit by a pitch, his second at bat. He'll bat from the right side in that fifth hole. First pitch is the breaking ball. That is not called a strike as it goes a little lower, maybe outside. 1-0 to 1, Austin Hale. Bronson returning to the stretch. They've got 3 runs on the board, but 8 runners have been stranded in this game by the Chiefs and Bronson Shipley. As the 1-0 pitch will also break outside for ball 2. So he worked him, or it will be called a strike on the pitch at the knees. Working away to the outside. 1-1 to 1, Austin Hale. 1-1 is the count. Here comes Bronson Shipley with the 1-1. He'll groove this one in above the knees as he changes the speeds. The pitch sweeps away and is called a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Hale. Not a big lead for Williams at first as Bledsoe holds him. 1-2 is your count. 1-2. It's been a lot of damage control in this game for Cherokee to this point as the 1-2 will break low and then bounce off of Tucker Owen behind the plate tonight. He'll move to his right to keep it in front of him. No movement at first by Williams. South does have the 3 runners, but they've left 8 on base in this game heading to the top half of the 4th inning. And here comes the 2-2 pitch to Austin Hale. The 2-2 breaking ball swung on, popped up to the left of the mound, moving down to his left, off the mound and grabbing it in the grass between third and a short is Bronson Shipley. On a very soft pop-up, not far above the batter's box. Shipley off the hill to make the catch. Hale is retired for the second time tonight on a pop-out and is now 0 for 2. So 2 outs with still the runner on at first, and here comes Drew Creech. 1 for 2 in this game with a 2-run single his first time. Struck out his second. 1 for 2 with 2 RBI. The first pitch hit off the end of the bat. It's a slow roller out to second. Right at Nick Collins on the run, up with it. Throwing off the back foot to first in time. 2 on Ethan Bledsoe for a nice 4-3 there. Creech is retired, and it's a very quick top of the 4th. We'll move to the bottom half. The game is still Sullivan South 3, Cherokee nothing at the radio voice of the Chiefs.
Clear.
Okay, partner, let's go break number 11.
All right.
Thanks, bud.
Extended hours, flexible scheduling, and same-day appointments. We strive to exceed our patients' expectations for quality, comfort, cost, and convenience. If you're looking for a healthcare provider, contact Promise Medical Group at 423-254-6406 or stop at our office on Armstrong Road. Dr. Chris Calendine and the staff at Promise Medical Group support the Cherokee Chiefs.
It's highway spring, and you can be a part of the Cherokee Lake Power Cleanup on Saturday, April 21st from 9 a.m. until noon. Come on out and do a little spring cleaning with Hosted Electric Cooperative at the lake. Hosted Electric Cooperative, Allied Waste, TVA, and the Rogersville-Hawkins County Chamber of Commerce invite you to meet them at the Quarryville Boat Ramp in Mooresburg starting at 9 a.m. on Saturday, April 21st to help make a difference in your community. Call 272-2186 for more information on the Cherokee Lake Power Cleanup. This is Robert Price from the USAID Drug Center. Our rising prescription costs affecting your health care? The pharmacist at the USAID Drug Center can help. We can review your current medications and then work with your doctor to suggest some lower-cost alternatives. At the USAID Drug Center, your health care is our #1 concern. That's the USAID Drug Center, Highway 66 Plaza, Rogersville, 272-6408, and on the web, USAIDPHCY.com.
We now start the bottom half of the 4th inning, and Cherokee still down to Sullivan South by a score of 3-0. Up for Cherokee, Tucker Owen, Ryan Morgan, and Ethan Bledsoe, 5, 6, and 7. First pitch, breaking ball strike from Tristan Griffith. The count is no balls and 1 strike. Tucker Owen, the freshman catcher tonight, grounding out his first time 0 for 1 against Griffith, who started him off with that real slow breaking ball. Here is your 0-1. Another one will be swung on and fouled off to the right and out of play. The count is no balls and 2 strikes. The USA Drug Center updated running line score has Sullivan South with 3 runs on 6 hits and no errors. No runs, 1 hit, now 3 errors on Cherokee. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Owen. Breaking ball will just miss as the pitch started above the head, working him in, then had a real nasty break, but just missed the inside part and knees. Good 2-strike pitch regardless there by the junior Tristan Griffith. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes to Tucker Owen. Griffith returning to his slow balls to this point. The 1-2 is swung on, grounded hard out at short, running to second, getting it on the run is Marcus Williams. He'll throw on the run in time to get Tucker Owen. Ball hit sharp just to the left side of the second base bag, but this Williams has been covering the ground beautifully out there at short. The senior made it on the run near the bag, and on the run made the right on target throw to Corey Williams. Owens is retired for the second time, 6-3, is now 0 for 2, 1 down here in the bottom half of the 4th. Here's Ryan Morgan to the plate, the sophomore left fielder tonight, batting right, taking a breaking ball for a strike. Got off the catcher, but the pitch broke in the middle there at the knees for the strike. It's 0-1 to Ryan Morgan. Once again, we're privileged to be on the Cherokee live stream tonight. All you've got to do is go to the YouTube website, go to YouTube, and then type in Chief Mobuck. And even every baseball and softball game that are being played this year by the Chiefs, you can see the live stream of the ball game as the next pitch is called ball 1. 1-1 for Griffith is swung on, popped up. Second base side, moving over to his left is the second baseman Leonard. Backing up and calling him off from first is Corey Williams. Backing up in the short grass, he'll make the catch. Morgan is retired on the pop out to first and is 0 for 1. But again, go to Chief Mobuck on YouTube. Just type it in and go to it and watch the live stream of all the Cherokee baseball softball games this year and the games that we're broadcasting. Our play-by-play call is on there as well. Don't worry, you won't see me. You'll just see the game. But you got that as well, and we're honored to be teaming up with Terry Owen. We're not doing anything. Terry's work amazing here in getting this stream set up with the camera placement out there in the field, and plus the camera up here. And it's just a real neat thing to see a live stream of a high school game. And a big salute to Terry and those who have assisted him this season in pulling a very difficult task off. That's, again, the YouTube website. Any ball game, Cherokee girls or Cherokee softball or baseball. Just, again, type in Chief Mobuck. The 0-1 pitch to Ethan Bledsoe is a big swing and a miss for strike 2. It's 0-2 to Ethan Bledsoe. The 0-2 pitch is low and for ball 1. 1-2 to He struck out his first time and is 0 for 1. The 1-2 is a breaking ball that just stays up high. You can see Griffith say that one got away from me as he looks at his catcher and fellow junior James Cito. 2-2 is now the count to Bledsoe. Looking for his first 1-2-3 inning is Tristan Griffith. And the 1-2 pitch is swung on and fouled back. Back to all these breaking balls after he initially, last inning there, you saw him go with more fastballs. This after Bronson Shipley had reached base with the single, but back to that diet of breaking balls and changeups, and the count 2-2 to Bledsoe. 2-2 high for ball 3. 3-2, 2-1, Ethan Bledsoe. 3-2 is your count. Griffith, who's a primary breaking ball pitcher, has walked 3 tonight. The junior first baseman now gets the 3-2, and it'll be swung on and missed for strike 3 as he had that breaking ball working him in. Big-time 2-strike pitch right there by Griffith. Bledsoe is retired on the K, and it's a 1-2-3, bottom of the 4th. We'll go to the 5th here in non-conference baseball on the reservation. It's Sullivan South 3, Cherokee nothing at the radio voice of the Chiefs.
Clear.
Okay, my man, let's go break 12.
All right.
Okay, thank you, Cal.
Primary care, pediatric, behavioral health, imaging, laboratory services, as well as a full service. We're here for you. 4307 Highway 66, Rogersville, Tennessee. Call us at 423-921. East Tennessee Iron and Metal is an outstanding community partner and is a
You know what that would have got him?
Oh, here we go, B-Rod.
That's play for the Rebels. Professor number 10, James Seto.
Keep your knees. That's why. Keep your knees. And that don't get underneath you. Keep your knees, all right? Come on, brother. Hey, come on. Guys, just a little bit. All right. Let's go. Let's go, B-Ron. Boy.
Yes, sir.
That was fat. Look, kid. Out.
Okay, that's
Hey, need to be down the street, all right? Stay down. Go be wrong. Sorry, kid. Go. Work behind. Come on out. Come on, keep battling, brother. Go, bro. Come here, kid. Come on, Bob. Be big. Boy. Feel it. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Hey, straight.
up next for Sullivan South. Second baseman number 5, Jeffrey Leonard.
Stay fast. Stay. Straight up. Nice, boy. Good boy. Good job. Stay low like that. Hey, kid. Come on, trust right here. String. Up! Nicky! Good boy. Come on, bro. Guys! Yeah. Hey, green! Hey! I run! Run! Carter, just a little! Over!
Leading first was number 8, Andrew Noah. And now at the plate, center fielder number 4, Austin Mons.
Come on, Brian, go at him. Go at him right here, bro. Runner! Come on that. on, Bron. Get the bat right here. Good, Bron. Hey, get the bat right here. Come on. JP, give a little bit. Hey, make a play right here.
That's a play for the Rebels. Shortstop, number 24, Marcus Williams.
You're good. Get your ground ball right here. RP, just step on.
Come on, Bron, find it.
Come on.
Come on out.
Be ready on this
Hey,
side.
tuck. Tuck.
Fire!
Tuck.
That's good. Jay, just a little.
First thing I had all day, and I had a drink all day. Why ain't here? Yeah, because I bought it.
Come on, expect it right here. Come on, Bron.
Let's go here, kid. Hey, be ready, Jay. Go here. Right here, kid.
At the dish, third baseman, number 22, Chase Bauer.
Go! Good boy. Hey, you too.
Good job.
Let's go.
To exceed our patient medical group has
What's up, boys?
Leading off for the Chiefs,
Come on now, one five.
third baseman, number 10, Jesse Fogarty.
One out, one out, one out. Oh. Hey, boy. Yeah.
On the way. Anyway.
Come on, Jack. You lead on. Come on, Pat. Hard contact. On that chest, on that.
Nothing. Stepping to the plate is Jesse Fogarty. The 8th place hitter will take ball 1 inside and to the backstop. 1-0 to the sophomore third baseman tonight for the Chiefs. The 1-0 is also a pitch that gets away from Tristan Griffith. This one hits the dirt as it comes to the plate for ball 2. It's 2-0 to Jesse Fogarty, followed by Bronson Shipley. Then the top of the lineup, Dylan Johnson. Jesse 0 for 1 in this ball game after grinding out his first times. Got the 2-0 counts against Griffith. And your 2-0 pitch. Curveball high, ball 3. It is 3-0 to Jesse Fogarty. The Promise Medical Group updated running line score has Sullivan South with 4 runs on 7 hits, no errors, no runs, 1 hit, 4 errors on Cherokee. South getting a hit to help get their run last inning. That run, though, not earned for Bronson Shipley. And the next pitch is up high, so a great start here in the bottom half of the 5th. Drawing the walk is Jesse Fogarty. That is the 4th walk from Tristan Griffith. Fogarty remains 0 for 1. Bronson Shipley had that bloop single to left his first time. The Cherokee starting pitcher steps in. They'll hold the runner at first. Slightly in at third, Bowery. Straight up in the middle for South for the double play. First pitch low for ball 1. Control getting away from Griffith here at least to start this inning. He has thrown 5 straight balls, and it's 1-0 to Bronson Shipley. From the stretch, Griffith, 1-0, trying to groove this one in for the strike, and he does not. It's below the knees down the middle on that slow ball, and it's 2-0, and you've got Anthony Richardson, the veteran head coach. He's got over 300 wins in his career at Sullivan South in his 16th season. Out to speak with Griffith to make sure everything's okay, that his arm's all right, and that he's okay. You just saw the old confidence building pat on the back saying, hey, settle down. You've got the 4-run lead. Get back to what you were doing. And it's 2-0 to Bronson Shipley after the quick conversation. Fogarty with his lead at first, being held there by Corey Williams. Bronson Shipley checks with head coach Matt Carter at third. And here comes the 2-0 pitch to Shipley. Taking it for ball 3 on a high pitch. Pick off to first. Back in head first to Jesse Fogarty. 7 straight balls now thrown by Tristan Griffith. It's 3-0 to Bronson Shipley. Dylan Johnson is waiting on deck. From the right side, Bronson Shipley taking the 3-0. You know he's going to, and it's up high, ball 4. 4 straight balls thrown here by Tristan Griffith. The control has completely gone away from this off-speed throwing compact right-hander. He's walked 5 in this game, and the Chiefs first and second, nobody out in the bottom of the 5th. Bobby Allen is going to come in and run for the pitcher, Bronson Shipley. He's the courtesy runner tonight, the freshman Bobby Allen. Moving to second is Jesse Fogarty. Again, you've got good speed out there on the base paths. 2 great athletes, multiple sports guys. And here's Dylan Johnson. He's the leadoff hitter tonight. He has popped out and struck out. 0 for 2 in the game. The Chiefs down 4-0. Have them on first and second and nobody out. Here's your first pitch. Breaking ball, that will be what? Is it a strike or a ball? It will be called a strike. Just a half signal there by the home plate umpire on a close one at the knees on the breaker. It is 0-1 to Dylan Johnson. 0-1 pitch. Fastball low as he did that. He does that overhead pitch with the just natural sinking motion because of the overhead delivery. You could tell he was really trying to throw that one hard. Missing inside and low. 1-1 to Dylan Johnson. Playing the designated hitter tonight, getting a break from catching. He's a sophomore, second-year starter. Compact right-handed hitter. He crouches low. 1-1 is attempted bunt. Does he pull back on that breaking ball in time? He does. It's ball 2. 2-1. That will now bring them in. First baseman Corey Williams comes in. He's into the grass. Third baseman Bowery, feet right at the grass. That brings them in. 2-1 now to Dylan Johnson, and he'll call time. Dylan's been batting in the 9th spot in the games we have called this year. He's had a nice year batting 9th. Leadoff hitter tonight. Stepping out, now stepping in. And here you go. 2-1 to Dylan Johnson. Nobody out, first and second. From the stretch, Griffith. 2-1 pitch. Way outside with a curve for ball 3. 3-1 to Dylan Johnson. 2 consecutive walks, have them on first and second, and you've now got a 3-1 count to Dylan Johnson, and Ethan Crowder waits on deck. 3-1 is the count to Dylan. Griffith from the stretch, 3-1, swung on, grounded down the first base line. It's a foul ball. No, it actually bounced back in fair. Getting the ball is the first baseman, Corey Williams. He'll tag the bag for the out. Then he'll throw on to second and get a double play off of this. Throwing over to Marcus Williams covering, and there will be 2 quick outs. Moving on to third on the play is Fogarty, and what an unusual occurrence there. The ball grounded down the first base line. It went foul, then came back in as it hit the grass. You just thought, well, that's going to be a foul all the way. It actually went outside the line and then came in and went right to Williams, who said, hey, that's a fair ball then. And he tagged the bag. Bobby Allen late leaving a first, and so that's why you get the 3-6 double play on a very unusual occurrence. 3-6 double play right now, 2 outs in the inning. Moving to third on the play is Jesse Fogarty. Johnson is now 0 for 3. And here's Ethan Crowder taking ball 1 from Griffith. 1-0 pitch is swung on, popped up, first base side, foul territory, running over near the bullpen fence, and making the grab is Corey Williams. And Sullivan South looking to face dire straits here in the bottom of the 5th. Get that big 3-6 double play and a nice running catch at the bullpen fence by Williams. And that's it for the bottom of the 5th. We'll move on to the 6th. It's Sullivan South 4, Cherokee nothing at the radio voice of the Chiefs.
Leading off for the Rebels, cleanup hitter, first baseman.
Hey, be alive. Be alive now.
Good. Good boy. Hey, good pitch. Stay down a little bit, all right? Hey, you need string right here. Come on. You good, brother? Keep working on him. Come on, bro. Come on.
Nobody out, 1 on for Sullivan South. They're leading 4-0. Here is Austin Hale to the plate. He's popped up twice, been hit by a pitch. He's the 5th place hitter and is 0 for 2 against Bronson Shipley. Williams is a big fella, but he's got a big lead at first, and Shipley's going to chase him back, and it's a bit close as he throws to Ethan Bledsoe. You slide head first back in by the big first baseman, Corey Williams. We are still awaiting the first pitch to Hale. Williams turning that 3-6 double play, made a nice running catch to the bullpen fence also that inning. The next pitch is butted down the first base line, and this ball rolls foul and actually stays foul. So it's a foul ball on the attempted bunt. As you had the quick drop down there by Austin Hale. Count 0-1 to Austin Hale. Don't see that often where you see a ball grounded, it immediately goes foul. It was hit pretty hard by Johnson. It just took that funny bounce back into play and rolled right to Williams at first. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Hale. Shipley been pitching from the stretch a lot tonight as the next pitch is a breaking ball, attempted bunt, pull back. It's called a strike. Pickoff play to first and another close one. Good throw by Tucker Owen. Just above the tag is Williams of Ethan Bledsoe at first. It's 0-2 as they call the strike there on a good breaking ball thrown on the pullback after the attempted bunt. 0-2 to Austin Hale. He's pitched from the stretch a lot tonight, but South has stranded 11 runners in this ball game. 11 of them. Game 4-0. Only 3 of the 4 runs are earned against Bronson Shipley in this one. Next pitch not to be made. Throw over to first. Back in is Williams. We're still awaiting the 0-2 to Hale. Hale batting right. He's the left fielder. Shipley from the stretch will not make this pitch. Time is granted to Austin Hale. Two teams will meet again tomorrow night in a non-conference series. Thursday, Friday, non-conference series. Turn matchup at Sullivan South tomorrow night. Here is your 0-2. Swung on, fouled straight back and out of play. We'll try again with the 0-2 pitch. So on a week that you didn't have any conference games for Cherokee, each team will have a Monday, Tuesday off from conference play because there are only 7 teams in District 1 AAA. She set up a non-conference series to kind of give you that feel like you're playing a Conference 1 with the Sullivan South Rebels tonight. Chiefs from District 1 AAA, South from District 1 AA. 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball will hit him as this breaking ball just didn't break enough that time and got him off the shoulder. Again, Bronson very much a off-speed pitcher, so no problems there for Austin Hale. He's been hit by a pitch for the second time tonight. That will be the 4th hit batsman by Bronson, and now South has him on first and second, and nobody out. Hale remains 0 for 2. Here's Drew Creech to the plate. He is 1 for 3. His hit, though, was a big one, a 2-run single back in the first, and the first pitch is swung on, grounded into left field for a base hit, getting the turn at third and then being held up by head coach Anthony Richardson is Corey Williams. Creech will get his second hit tonight on a sharply hit ball between third and short, out into left. Getting it in quickly on the sharply hit ball was Ryan Morgan. Creech, with his second hit of the night, is now 2 for 4, and the bases are loaded. There's nobody out here in the top half of the 6th inning. The catcher, James Cito, is to the plate, and you've got the slow walk out to the mound by head coach Matt Carter. Looks like he's already grabbing the ball from Bronson Shipley. Gets the pad on the back from head coach Matt Carter. Bronson's been a real gamer out there tonight. Gets a couple of heads there for his work, but his night will be done. Bronson heading to the dugout. We're going to have a pitching change here in the top of the 6th. The bases are loaded. There's nobody out. Sullivan South is on top 4-0, and we've got a new Cherokee pitcher into this game, and we'll be right back to tell you about him on the radio voice of the Chiefs.
Here.
Okay, Jesse. All right, we'll go break 15, bud.
All right.
Thank you, Calvin.
Street, phone 272-2923. Your home top.
Entering the game at third base for the Chiefs, number 19, Connor Burke.
dude. You can't move.
Stay directional, Jeff.
Coming in to play third base for Cherokee out of the dugout is the senior Connor Burke. Cherokee down 4-0. Will have to bring the infield in with nobody out. James Cito, who's the catcher, batting from the right side, facing off against the right-hander. Here's Jesse Forgety. He's got the back-footed wind. He's got a real whipping motion to the plate as he just whips that arm back and fires after the one-step delivery. And the first pitch is a good fastball strike. With that whipping motion, the ball just whipped away from Cito, and the count is 0-1 to the South catcher. Here's Jesse Forgety with the bases loaded. He will pitch from the wind, and the 0-1 not to be made. Cito will get time. Cherokee in everywhere with nobody out. And down 4-0. Cito is 0 for 2 in this game. He's been hit by a pitch, flown out, and struck out against Bronson Shipley. And here's the pitch from Jesse. The pitch is swung on. This ball is popped up out into center field. In comes Kurtzinger. He catches. He throws on the catch. We've got the tag. The throw comes in and beats him, but Owen unable to get it on one bounce. The runner is going to score, and as the ball came off of Owen, the runners advance. Good throw by J.P.F. Kurtzinger as the ball was right at him in routine center field where he had him stationed. He got it in there on one bounce. The throw actually beat the runner, that being Corey Williams coming in. But Owen unable to grab it on the bounce and make the tag. Runners advance also on the tag as the throw came in. Cito will get himself a sac fly RBI and will remain 0-4-2 in the ball game. Corey Williams scores his first run. It is 5-0 Sullivan South. Runners now second and third. First out of the inning. Here in the 6 on that sac fly RBI. To the plate now, Jeffrey Leonard, the 8th place hitter and second baseman. First pitch with the infield in with the runner second and third will be called a strike. Good lively arm here Jesse Forgety has a good fastball as well. The count 0-1 to Leonard, who has flown out, fouled out, and popped out. He's 0 for 3, all against Bronson Shipley. 5-0 Sullivan South with one down, infield in, and here's your 0-1 pitch. Another fastball that will be just below the knees in the middle. Ball 1-1. He's a completely different style from Bronson, who's an off-speed throwing pitcher. Jesse coming out here like a reliever and is coming out there and establishing that fastball. And here comes the 1-1 pitch to Jeffrey Leonard. 1-1. Fastball gets away and goes off to the backstop. Runner from third on his way in, and he is going to hit the bag at home without a throw coming over from Tucker Owen as the ball got way away, went way off to the right. Austin Hale coming in to score on the wild pitch to make the game now 6-0 Sullivan South. 1-1 is the count. Moving on to third, Drew Creech. 2-1, pardon me, the count, with Creech now on at third. 6-0 Rebels. Cherokee brings the infield in. 2-1 pitch. Fastball outside for ball 3. 3-1 to Jeffrey Leonard. 9th place hitter Andrew Noah waiting on deck. Infield remains in for Cherokee. And here is Jesse Forgety with the runner on at third with the wind. And taking his time. And will step off the mound. Wipe it, and here we go. 3-1 to 1 Jeffrey Leonard. One of the 9 juniors out of the 10 playing tonight for Sullivan South. 3-1. First curveball will be called a strike as he had a nice curve, well located waist high on the inside corner. Good stuff there. Strike 2 is called. 3-2 to Jeffrey Leonard. Here comes the payoff pitch to Leonard. Wide in delivery by Jesse Forgety. The 3-2 will be inside and low with a fastball for ball 4. So Leonard draws the walk. They're on at the corners in a 6-0 ball game. And now to the plate is Andrew Noah, the 9th place hitter for Sullivan South. First and third for the Rebels, and here is Noah. Noah has grounded out, singled, stole a base, reached on an error, and scored a run. He is 1 for 3 in the ball game. Chiefs keep the infield in. They'll hold the runner on at first. Everyone else playing in. And here's Noah. First pitch not to be made. Throw over to first. And back in is Jeffrey Leonard. Noah steps in, batting from the right side. South putting up a 2-spot this inning. Doing so on 1 hit. They've now got 8 hits in the game. First pitch is an attempted bunt, but the pitch will hit him off the waist. As it just cut in on him that time and got him in the waist. He said, Coach Matt Carter coming out toward the dugout, basically saying, did he attempt to get out of the way of it? Looked like, because he was bunting, he just leaned right into it, and you see the home plate umpire speaking with the infield umpire. We'll see what the call is going to be right here. But load the bases back up for the Rebels here in the top half of the 6th inning if the play stands. You see the home plate and infield umpire confer their conversation, and now the home plate umpire speaking with head coach Anthony Richardson of Sullivan South. Call is, did he attempt to get out of the way of it because he was bunting on the play? And they're going to go ahead and bring him back, saying nope, because he didn't attempt to get out of the way of it. Also, the other call could have been saying that the ball hit the bat. I don't think that could have been the case at all. But regardless of the situation, he's been pulled back, and the runners are back on at the corners as he took one off the hip. There was no question about that. He was attempting to bunt and just leaned right into the pitch. Ball 1 will be the call through all that, and here is a 1-0 pitch to Noah as they bring him back after he was hit by the pitch, but he was leaning into it, attempting to bunt. And before the next pitch is made, he'll call time and back it out, telling home plate umpire, well, regardless, I was trying to bunt. I just came right in and got me, and it still hurt. As you can see, it hurts because he's holding his hip. 1-0, 2-1, Andrew Noah through it all. Chiefs with the infield in with the runner at first being held. They're on the corners. And here's your 1-0, and here's another bunt. Butted out to the mound. Up with it, Jesse Forgety tossing to Tucker Owen at the plate. In time to get the out as they'll retire, trying to come on home. True Creech. The bunt too hard out there and on the run. Straight down Jesse Forgety, who made it on the run and all in one motion gave the underhanded toss to Owen, who had the plate blocked. And they were able to easily retire Creech coming home. Noah will reach on the fielder's choice. The putout will go 1-2 to the plate. He's now 1 for 4. Advancing on to a second is Jeffrey Leonard. On at first now is Noah. 1 out in the inning. And they're back to the top of the lineup now for the 5th go-around. And here is Austin Mons. He'll take ball 1 outside from Jesse Forgety. 1-0 is the count. Mons in this game has struck out twice, reached on an error, and has been hit by a pitch. He is 0 for 3. He's got a 1-0 count with runners on first and second. Cherokee back to regular depth. And here's the next pitch. It's up high. It's 2-0 to Austin Mons. 2-0 is the count. The red-hot Marcus Williams for Sullivan South waits on deck. 2 balls, no strikes to Mons. The junior center fielder batting right-handed. Jesse from the stretch for the first time, and here's your 2-0. Fastball that looked to be a strike, but is not. Low, ball 3. 3-0 to Mons, with Williams waiting on deck. First and second for Sullivan South. Leonard at second, Noah at first. Jesse Forgety in relief from the stretch with a 3-0. Got to call this one a strike on a sweeping fastball outside to the knees, and it is. Strike 1. 3-1 to Mons, or the count actually 2-2. One of the pitches called a strike. Umpire somewhat confusing, yes, as we agree. Trying to keep up with things. Not a lot of clear calls. Here's the 2-2 to Austin Mons, and 2-2 is the count. There are 2 outs here in the inning. You've had the sac fly and fielder's choice, so 2 outs here in the 6th. 6-0 Sullivan South. Here's your 2-2 to Mons. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Ball gets off of Tucker Owen. No, the umpire's going to say the ball was fouled or what? The ball was swung on and missed for strike 3 on a half swing and way below him as he sawed him off with the sinking fastball, and the umpire then said the ball was actually, after it got off of Owen, then went off the batter, and so there's your automatic out. No strikeout put out necessary. There's your strikeout through it all. We'll go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. It is Sullivan South 6, Cherokee nothing at the radio voice of the Chiefs.
You're clear.
Okay. All right, Bud, let's go break.
Right now, okay, I promise you will be on the line, okay, and I don't care how long it is until I get tired, all right? It's for effort. I'm asking for effort, that's all. I don't care what's back on the scoreboard when our effort is terrible right now, and when I'm talking, you look at me, okay? We'll be on the line the entire damn night. You understand me? Let's go. Pick it up. Let's go, Nick. Let's go.
They have now taken a 6-0 lead. They've got 6 runs on the board, but another symbolism of the unusualness of this game. Sullivan South has left 13 runners on in the ball game, but they've got 6 of those in, and they've got a shutout being thrown by the junior Tristan Griffith, and they lead Cherokee 6-0 as we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. The USA Truck Center updated running line score has 6 runs for Sullivan South on 8 hits. They have not committed an error. No runs, 1 hit, 5 errors on Cherokee. We'll move on now to the bottom half of the 6th inning, and Nick Collins is up for Cherokee, followed by J.P.F. Kurtzinger and Tucker Owen, 3, 4, and 5. First pitch, breaking ball strike from Tristan Griffith. He's just got that big-time break with his overhand delivery. He's a compact right-hander who just swoops at you with that overhead, and he's got a nice breaker. He'll throw another one to Nick, and this one's grounded hard down the third base line and foul. Count 0-2 to Nick Collins. He has walked, stolen a base, and flown out on a very hard hit ball to center. He's 0 for 1 against Tristan Griffith. Through all the strangeness of this game, has thrown a one-hitter. And here is your 0-2 pitch to Nick Collins. Swung on, staying alive on a pitch that stayed up big time right there in the wheelhouse at the letters. A big hack and a miss there by Nick, or a foul back getting it off the end of the bat as it did sweep away from him. The count is 0-2 to the Cherokee ace pitcher and third place hitter. Tonight playing second base. He's a junior. That's Nick Collins. Here's Tristan Griffith pitching the 0-2. It is swung on, popped up over our heads here at the Cherokee Overlook. We're at the press box right here at the back of the stands watching tonight's ball game. Right next to me, Terry Owen, bringing you the live stream of this ball game at the YouTube website. Just type in Chief Mobuck and watch the stream. The next pitch is swung on, chopped out too short. Up with the ball and short is Williams. Throw to first is errant. Past the other Williams, that being Corey, getting it from Marcus, and reaching base on the first error of the game on Sullivan South is Nick Collins. He hit it to the shortstop hole. Marcus Williams, who's been brilliant at short tonight, knew he had to hurry as he was playing him deep. And Collins with his speed overthrew the ball to first. Collins now 0 for 2, reaching on the error, and Cherokee has the leadoff runner on in the bottom half of the 6th. J.P.F. Kurtzinger will now step onto the plate. He's grounded out twice, 0 for 2 against Tristan Griffith, who goes back to the stretch. Here's your first pitch to Kurtzinger. A breaking ball, working him in. It will stay in for ball 1. That big-time nasty break that he's thrown all night, pretty much. 1 ball and no strikes to the junior center fielder tonight, J.P.F. Kurtzinger. The 1-0 up high at the chin for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes to Kurtzinger. Just last inning, you saw Griffith laboring a big time, but then got that great bounce. The ball grounded first foul that then came back fair before it got anywhere near the first base bag, about halfway up, and they ended up turning a 3-6 double play off of it. 2-0 pitch swung on a miss for a strike as he went breaking ball middle. 2-1 to Kurtzinger. Before then, he had walked 2 batters and was behind the count to Johnson. The next pitch is inside and low and off of the catcher into the backstop as it hit the dirt before it got to the catcher on the inside part. Wild pitch will send the runner to second, that being Nick Collins. You've got a 3-1 count to Kurtzinger. With a runner at second and nobody out, Chiefs are down 6-0 here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. J-Path with a 3-1 count. Here's Tristan Griffith. 3-1 pitch. This one's low. Ball 4. He's laboring again, as that will be the 6th walk in this game thrown by Griffith. Still's only given up the 1 hit and no runs, but 6 walks on tonight. Left 5 on, and the Chiefs again in big-time business. 1st and 2nd and nobody out here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. And Tucker Owen, the freshman catcher tonight. He's grounded out twice, his 0-4-2. South will play back for the double play. And here is Owen to the plate. First pitch, breaking ball, ball 1. Nope, called a strike. Yeah, not a clear signal at all by the home plate umpire. He signals forward and not to his side, and you got to watch closely on those close pitches. It's a strike. It's 0-1 to Tucker Owen. Here's your 0-1. Another breaker, and this one gets off of the catcher and goes left, and the runners are going to advance. Pitch clearly a ball that time on a breaker. Again, breaking all looked like it went off the leg protector there of the catcher. You heard that carom off the plastic. One of his leg protectors. And the Chiefs advance it up again on the wild pitch. They're now in 2nd and 3rd with a 1-1 count. And the 1-1 to Owen is swung on. This ball's lined to center, but right at the center fielder, Austin Mons, who had him played in routine center. Tagging up and coming home will be Nick Collins, and Cherokee will get their first run. Another hard hit one there by Owen, but right at Austin Mons, who had him played straight up in center and routine center on the liner. Saw that happen earlier to Nick Collins, and Owen had the same thing happen to him, but he will get himself a sac fly RBI. Nick Collins comes in to score the first Cherokee run. 1 out in the inning, with Kurt Singer remaining on at second. Owen will remain 0-for-2 in the ball game with the RBI. Game is now 6-1. To the plate now with 1 down, Ryan Morgan. He'll take a breaking ball, ball 1 into the dirt. 1-0 to Morgan. Let's see. 1 hitter thrown in this game of Griffith, but not a dominant one at home. But through it all, he has kept the game at 6-1 at this point. The 1-0 swung on a miss for strike 1. Pitch out of the strike zone on the breaking ball or drop ball that time. It is 1-1 to Ryan Morgan, who has walked and popped out. He's playing in left field tonight, the sophomore, and is 0-for-1. Kurt Singer has his lead at second. They're not even bothering to come hold him with the 5-run cushion. Game 6-1. And the 1-1. Swung on foul back. It's 1-2 to Ryan Morgan. 1-2 is your count. Chiefs get their first run this inning after Collins reached on an error. J-Path Kurt Singer walked. They advanced to 2nd and 3rd on a wild pitch. Tucker Owen with a sac fly RBI brought home Nick Collins. And here is your 1-2 pitch. And now they say, well, we weren't worried about holding Kurt Singer. We are now. Marcus Williams sneaks in behind him, and you had the fake pickoff there by Tristan Griffith as he looked him back. 1-2 pitch now comes to Ryan Morgan. It's inside and low, ball 2. 2-2 is the count to Ryan Morgan, one of the sophomores on the roster for head coach Matt Carter. 4 sophomores listed. 2-2 to Ryan Morgan. Griffith from the stretch with a runner at second. 2-2. Breaking ball called strike 3. Breaking ball starting high and then had that great drop down the middle for the strike. That's the 4th strikeout of the game for Tristan Griffith. 2 outs in the inning. Kurt Singer on at second. And here's Ethan Bledsoe now to the plate. 0-for-2 with a pair of strikeouts against the off-speed throwing guy with a great breaking ball, that being Tristan Griffith. And the first pitch is the breaker. It will be called a strike as he worked him more way to the big guy batting right side, the junior Ethan Bledsoe. The count 0-1, 2-1 Ethan Bledsoe. 0-1 is the count. Here's Griffith from the stretch, checking with his catcher, James Cito. The next pitch is swung on. It's a slow chopper out to short. Running to the grass, Marcus Williams. Throwing on to first. It will be, what, did he drop it? He dropped it, or did they call him out? And then he dropped it afterwards. They're going to call the out. But they're going to call him out, saying the ball was thrown to first to Corey Williams. He had the foot on the bag and had the ball in the glove, but then dropped it late. They're going to say that, yes, he did it. He held on to it long enough, and another unusual play in this game. The put out eventually goes 6-3. Matt Carter arguing with the infield umpire. We'll go to the 7th. Game is Sullivan South 6, Cherokee 1 at the radio voice of the Chiefs.
You got.
You're clear.
Okay, bud. Is there a full moon out here? Let's go break 17, partner.
All right.
Thanks, bud.
8298 or visit 1008 West Main Street in Rogersville.
Now to the Dodge Reliance on Dodge Drive in Rogersville is a ball bearing manufacturing company. Baldor Dodge Reliance employs over 200 employees. Baldor Dodge Reliance is proud to be a part of the Rogersville-Hawkins County community.
The New Promise Medical Group at 312 Armstrong Street in Rogersville offers board-certified pediatric care, a community-based multidisciplinary care team, extended hours, flexible scheduling, and same-day appointments. We strive to exceed our patients' expectations.
Score of 6-1. The Chiefs getting a run in the bottom half of the sixth inning without the benefit of a hit. You had the play there at the very end of the bottom of the sixth where Ethan Bledsoe was striking to first base. The throw was there by Williams, being Marcus to Corey Williams. The call is more than likely that Ethan Bledsoe attempted to knock the ball from Corey Williams, or knocked it out of his glove, and that's why the ball was dropped. That's what the call was made, and so the out occurred, and the game is 6-1. That's at least potentially what happened. Chiefs, though, do get a run in the sixth inning on the sac fly by Tucker Owen, and as we start the seventh, Jesse Forkedy into his second inning of work. South up by 5 runs. First pitch fouled back by the batter at the plate for the Rebels. The second place hitter, Marcus Williams. He'll foul the second pitch off to the left, and it's 0-2 to Marcus Williams, followed by Chase Bowery and Corey Williams. 2, 3, and 4. Huge night for Marcus Williams, one of only 2 seniors on this entire team. 3 for 4 with an RBI and 2 runs scored. The 0-2 is swung on, and it's launched to right center field. Over goes the center fielder, making the dive. Grabbing it is J-Pef Kurtzinger. What a catch. Very deep left center field. J-Pef flying over to the gap, went airborne, body straight forward, moving sideways, and made an unbelievable catch. Another unbelievable play this season made by a Cherokee defensive player, either on the infield or outfield, and now J-Pef joins that category. Williams, who's hit it hard all night long, got robbed again. Guy should actually be 4 for 4, or 5 for 5 with the way he's hit it. He'll have to settle for 3 for 5 on that rob right there from Kurtzinger. 1 out here in the 7th inning. Here's Chase Bowery to the plate. Reached on a fielder's choice, walked, grounded out, and lined out. Is 0 for 3, taking strike 1. The next pitch will be ball 1, we believe. Chase Bowery, I thought maybe the first 2 pitches were balls as well. It's been fun tonight. Stereo, Owen and I are over here talking. 2-0 pitch, low for ball 3. That one clearly a ball. 3-0 to Chase Bowery. He's walked once tonight, trying to do so again. Jesse Forkedy coming in the 6th inning in relief of Bronson Shipley. And we are now set for the 3-0 to the left-handed hitting Bowery. He'll just groove this one right in at the knees with an off-speed or fastball low for a strike. Bowery taking all the way. Count now 3 balls and 1 strike. Bowery scoring 1 of the runs tonight for Sullivan South. They're up 6-1 in the 7th. 3-1 pitch, high and outside, ball 4. Taking his second walk in this game is Chase Bowery. And he will remain 0 for 3 in the contest. Here's Corey Williams to the plate, the cleanup hitter for the Rebels. He is 2 for 4 with 2 singles, an RBI, a run scored. He's also reached base twice on an error. The big first baseman in that cleanup spot. Short lead at first for Bowery. First pitch outside from Jesse Forkedy. The count 1 ball and no strikes. And a strange night in so many capacities in this ball game, and these 2 teams get to see each other tomorrow night in Colonial Heights and Sullivan South in a 2-game non-conference series between the Chiefs and Rebels. 1-0 pitch not to be made to Williams. Stepping off his Forkity from the stretch. Now stepping back in. Stepping back upon the mound is he. Staying in there the whole time, Williams. And here's the 1-0 to Corey Williams from Forkity. Fastball swung on, driven deep to left field. Back goes Ryan Morgan. He's moving toward the gap as the ball moves away from him from left field. He'll make the catch at very deep left center field, not too far from the warning track. Just missing one that time is Williams, just missing the full extension as he reached out and drove. Be a long fly ball out. Williams is retired and is now 2 for 5. 2 outs here in the inning. Staying on at first, of course, Chase Bowery. Here's Austin Hale to the plate. He's been hit by a pitch twice and popped out twice. 0 for 2 with a run scored is the junior left fielder. Batting right-handed. We'll take ball 1 low from Jesse Forgety. The count 1 ball and no strikes. The Promise Medical Group running line score has Sullivan South with 6 runs, 8 hits. Now 1 error, 1 run, 1 hit, 5 errors on the Chiefs. Here is your 1-0 pitch from Jesse Forgety to Hale. Outside for ball 2. 2-0 to the junior, Austin Hale. These guys all stick with it. You got to believe they will as juniors. This is going to be one senior-laden baseball team next year, that being Sullivan South, for the veteran head coach Anthony Richardson. 2-0 pitch. Fastball letter high, not called a strike. Ball 3. 3-0 to Austin Hale. You've got Drew Creech waiting on deck. 3-0 pitch now coming. Here it is to Austin Hale. Short lead at first for Bowery. 3-0. Outside ball 4. Second walk this inning. We'll put them on first and second for the Rebels as they look for a little insurance with their 5-run lead. And Drew Creech is now to the plate. He's had a nice night for Sullivan South. 2 for 4. 2 of their 8 hits. He's had a 2-run single and a second single and struck out and grounded out. 2 for 4 with 2 RBI is Creech, the junior designated hitter. First and second, 2 outs. Everyone playing back, of course. And here's your first pitch. Swung on a miss for strike 1. That's a come-and-get-it fastball. Letter I, the challenge there thrown by the sophomore right-hander Jesse Forgety. Big swing and a miss by Creech. It's 0-1. 0-1 pitch now getting set to be made by Jesse Forgety. Looks back. Now getting set to throw. The 0-1 works him in at the waist for a strike. So he worked him in that time after starting high. Good makeup here by Jesse. Giving Cherokee another arm this year. One thing about this Chief team that Matt Carter has told us, he's got a lot of guys who can throw. Something that Cherokee's certainly not always had a luxury at, and that's a lot of guys who can pitch. And they have that this year. Jesse's one of them coming out of the bullpen. And here is your 0-2. Swung on, popped up, straight back and out of play. Hanging in there is Drew Creech. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Chiefs down by 5 going into the 7th inning, trying to keep it that way. They'll have 8, 9, and 1 due up. Jesse Forgety, followed by likely Connor Burke, and then the top of the lineup, Dylan Johnson. The 0-2 is a curveball, called strike 3. Nasty, nasty 2-strike curve or breaking ball by Jesse. Good job right there by this sophomore. That'll retire Creech, and that'll do it for the top of the 7th. We'll move to the bottom half. It's
Go your best. Don't give him away. Don't give him away. All your best right here, right now.
Fans would like to give you one final reminder that you can visit our concession stand just off the first base side. Plenty of hot food, drinks, maybe even a cup of coffee. All proceeds go to benefit the BHS dugout fund.
No, me, I'm about to have the ball. I ain't gonna run. Look at that thing on the run. That's gonna make it a little better.
That's play for the Chiefs. The pitcher, number 10, Jesse Fergie.
Sullivan South has scored 6, but have left 15 runners on, but they've got the 5-run lead here going to the bottom half of the 7th. Cherokee trying to get the miracle rally going. Tristan Griffith going for a complete game one-hitter, and Jesse at the plate will take ball 1 and then foul off the second pitch. It is 1 ball and 1 strike to Jesse Fogarty, the pitcher for the Chiefs, who's come in relief and pitched 2 very nice innings. Is 0 for 1 in this game. He has grounded out and walked against Griffith, who's given up the 1 hit, but it's put a lot of base runners on, but is stranded 6. And the next pitch is swung on. Grounded down the first base line, just going outside of the bag on a pitch on the inside part going opposite way. Playing way back at first is Corey Williams, of course, and the ball just outside of the bag on a soft line off the saw-off there on the inside pitch. It's 1 and 2 through all that to Jesse Fogarty. Here is your 1-2 pitch. The 1-2, overthrown sinker that time that hits off the catcher, moving to the inside part, that being Cito. It's ball 2. 2 and 2 is the counts. 2 and 2. A lot of times here in high school baseball, when you get to these end of the week games, these getaway games, you see unusual things, and it's been that way tonight with a lot of things. 2-2 pitch inside low for ball 3. 3 and 2 to Jesse Fogarty. The Rural Health Services Consortium, Rogersville Medical Complex, running line score has South with 6 runs on 8 hits, 1 error, 1 run, 1 hit, 5 errors on Cherokee. And here comes the 3-2 pitch. This pitch inside and low, ball 4. That's walk number 6 in this game. 4-1 Griffith. 6 walks, but he's only given up 1 run. He's battled through it. And Jesse Fogarty stands on at first. You see James Cito, the catcher, head out to Griffith, and there Sullivan South is saying, all right, we're not going to take any chances with this one. We gave him the opportunity to go for the complete game, but with that leadoff walk, you're going to have a new pitcher coming to this game. It's Griffith, who's walked a lot in this game, but through it all, only giving up 1 hit, and he'll stand to get the win. We'll have a new pitcher into this ball game for Sullivan South, and with a pitching change, with 1 runner on and nobody out, we're in the bottom half of the 7th. We'll take the break by telling you the score. Sullivan South 6, Cherokee 1 at the radio voice of the Chiefs.
81.
When he comes in, they
Let's go, Bert. Please get on. Come on, Bert. Hey, best thing is from Tennessee.
Come on, 1-9, come on, have fun. Come on, Bert, have fun. Have fun, kid. Come on. Hey, come on. Hey, you gotta see it, kid. Come on. Go Bird! Go Bird! That's going nuts! Oh yeah! Hold on!
Next on the top of the order for the Chiefs. DH number 7, Dylan Johnson.
He really wasn't running.
Let's run it for the Chiefs.
Bart, that's a double.
Cameron Steele.
Bart,
Never using back.
Come on, come on, Steven. Do something, kid. Come on, kid. Come on, Dylan. Let's go. Come on, line draw. Dude. Gotta wait on it, kid. Gotta wait on it. You're up front. Come on, Dylan. Come on, Dylan. Battle. Come on. Hey, come on now, battle. Go, Jill! Come on, Jill, battle! Let's go, Steven! Oh, he didn't go. Come on, Dale. Let's go, Dale. Get down.
And the bases are loaded. To the shortstop, number 12, Ethan Taylor.
Come on, baby. Straight hitter up there. Let's go. Let's go, E. We got it.
Singles and a walk. They have plated two. The bases are loaded. Doing his warm-up tosses is Creech, who's a right-handed submarine pitcher, so completely different from the overhead guys that we have seen from South of Tristan Griffith and Hayden Wallen. Now Drew Creech out of the plate. Again, one of your strongest guys in this entire area. J. Pav Kurtzinger to the plate. Getting set to face off, getting a little time to do some extra swings there as he earlier spoke with head coach Matt Carter, who is at third. The warm-up tosses are done for Creech. 6-3 the score. Nobody is out. The bases are loaded. And here comes J. Pav Kurtzinger, the beast, who does something very unique. Before he steps into the batter's box to take his first pitch, he always kisses his bat. And now he steps in. And here is your first pitch from Creech to him. Sidearm fastball outside, ball one. 1-0 to Kurtzinger. Make him throw you strikes coming out of the pen, that being Creech. And the count 1-0 to JPEF with the bases loaded. 1-0 pitch. Outside ball 2. It is 2-0 to JPEF Gertzinger. Standing on at third, Dylan Johnson. Ethan Crowder at second. Nick Collins at first. Hitters count. He's ahead. 2-0 pitch from Creech. Trying to groove this one in there, and he doesn't as he tried to go inside at the knees and corner, and he missed. 3-0 to Gertzinger. You've got Tucker Owen waiting on deck. Chiefs have the tying runs on base. 3-0 to JPEF, and here it is from Creech. He'll take it all the way. Ball 4. High and inside. Gertzinger's going to pick himself up an RBI and remain 0 for 2. End to score for Cherokee, his first run of the contest. That's going to be Dylan Johnson. Game is now 6-3. Still nobody out, and we're going to have another pitcher come in as Creech comes in, throws 4 straight balls, and now his day is done. As head coach Anthony Richardson, this junior laden team, obviously a lot of arms at the disposal, and you've gone this far if you're Sullivan South with the comfortable lead. You don't want to blow this one, and so they're going to bring in their 4th pitcher of the contest, but it will be the 3rd one this inning. Cherokee will have moving over to third Ethan Crowder. Nick Collins is at second. JPEF Gertzinger is at first. We will have our 3rd pitching change this inning, 4th total pitcher of the contest for South, as they try to hang on and get this thing. Chiefs within 3, 6-3. Bases are loaded. And now pitching for they is Chase Bowery. Game is 6-3. As the Chiefs in this inning, as we're double checking there. Game is actually 6. Yes, it is 6-3. Bases are loaded. As the Chiefs watch him warm up, as we're going to again go back and go over all this. You had the leadoff walk to Fogarty, followed by Connor Burks, a single. Then a single by Dylan Johnson. 2-run single by Crowder, followed by the walk. 3 runs have scored. The score is 6-4. So we need to put that up there on the scoreboard here. It's 6-4. Excitement is so much there. It's easy to be able to get distracted, but the game is 6-4. I was thinking because earlier I just said they had the tying runs on base before JPEF's walk. So the game is 6-4, and here we go. Tucker Owen to the plate. Chiefs have the tying runs in scoring position, the winning run at first in Gertzinger. They don't have anybody out. Chase Bowery comes in as the 4th pitcher of this ball game. He's a tall right-hander. Been playing in the field at third base. You've got a new third baseman out there for they. You have a long talk between he and the catcher, Cito. Of course, Bowery, one of the juniors. Tall, imposing right-hander on the hill. New third baseman is out there for South. Stepping in is the freshman Tucker Owen, 0 for 2 with an RBI in this game. He's grounded out twice and had a sac fly RBI his last time to center. First pitch, swung on, and that was right up there in the wheelhouse and a foul back. Kid's also got a great swing. He's got a great future. The freshman Tucker Owen playing a catcher tonight. Bases full of Chiefs, 6-4 here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. The right-hander Chase Bowery having to come in and throw from the stretch. The 0-1 swung on. This is going to be a pop-up on the infield. Infield fly rule called. The shortstop comes in and makes it anyway, but Owen automatically out. Running in from behind the mound at short is Marcus Williams. Owen is retired on the pop out to short and is 0 for 3 in the game. Infield fly rule called. 1 out in the inning. 8th man to bat this inning is Ryan Morgan. He's the sophomore. Walked, popped out, struck out, 0 for 2. Athletic sophomore in left. He has played in left field tonight. South playing for the double play now with 1 out. First pitch. Sidearm fastball high and outside. 1-0 to Ryan Morgan. Chiefs have sent 7 this inning. Got 3 hits. Have added 3 runs. Are within 2. 1-0. Swung on, fouled back. Big hack by Ryan. Count 1 ball and 1 strike. Got some good young talent on this team. Players like Dylan Johnson, Jesse Forgety, only sophomores. Strong junior class led by Nick Collins and J.P.F. Kurtzinger. The 1-1 is a curve. It gets way away from Bowery. It's over the head. Ducking out of the way is Morgan. It is 2 balls and 1 strike to Ryan Morgan. 2-1 is the count. 6-4 the score. Bases loaded. 1 down. Bowery, third pitcher this inning. 2-1. Fastball swung on a miss for a strike. That was a good one. Fastball waist high. Came in very, very strong. He's obviously their hardest thrower. And it's 2-2 to Ryan Morgan. So he's coming in now trying to get the save. 2-2 is the count. And here's the 2-2. Called strike 3 on a pitch that looked to be way outside at the knees. Sweeping fastball that looked to be way off the corner. A lot of fans here and even people in the press box not agreeing with that one. There's the strikeout. Morgan now 0 for 3, 2 outs in the inning, and it's all up to the 9th man to bat this inning. Ethan Bledsoe, 2 strikeouts and a ground out. He's 0 for 3. 2 outs in the inning. Bowery trying to come in and get the save. Here's the first pitch, fastball high. He's a flamethrower for their hardest thrower. 1 ball and no strikes to Ethan Bledsoe. The Cherokee Junior is part of that strong junior class in the lineup for Matt Carter. 1-0. Overthrown fastball outside. He's got the hitter's count. 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0 to Ethan Bledsoe. You see the Cherokee players at second and third clapping and cheering on to rev up their junior first baseman at the plate. That's Ethan Bledsoe. 2-0 count to him. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Chiefs within 2 from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Ball 3 outside low. 3-0 to Ethan Bledsoe, and the young man who got it all started this inning. Looking to have another at bat, and that's Jesse Forgety. He's waiting on deck. Here comes the 3-0 pitch. Taking it all the way for a strike. Ethan had put the bat down and was on his way up because the umpire was so slow with the call. It was a letter-high fastball, close one, borderline striker ball, but it was so late on the call, you don't blame Ethan for putting the bat down and getting ready to go. 3-1 is the count. Been just a weird night. 3-1 to Ryan Bledsoe, or excuse me, Ethan Bledsoe. I knew I'd do that. 3-1 pitch, called strike 2 on the outside corner and knees. On his way up again was Ethan Bledsoe, thinking it was ball 4, and again another borderline. Called a strike though at the knees. That one looked to be one. 3-2 now to Ethan Bledsoe. Bases loaded, 2 down. Chiefs within 2, 2 outs. Payoff pitch coming now to Ethan Bledsoe from the right-hander, Chase Bowery. Payoff pitch. Called strike 3 on a pitch that was way outside. Pitch was way outside off the corner. Called strike 3. Home plate umpire was ready to call this one a night, and that ends the game. Wild one tonight here on the reservation. Wild one, but South hangs on to win. Final score, Sullivan South 6, Cherokee 4 at the radio voice of the Chiefs.